Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. So last night we had stir fry with chicken last night for dinner. Um, we used a stir fry we found at Fresh Market. That's a non-GMO stir fry sauce, low sodium, and it was a Szechuan sauce, so it was super spicy. And we only used a little bit, just enough to flavor things. And thank goodness we only used a little because it was spicy. My son doesn't really like vegetables, so he ended up making some ramen and then taking some of the chicken we cooked and just putting it in his ramen. And we ended up having company yesterday. A friend that we Pokemon with. Yes, we Pokemon. My son and my husband love doing it, and it lets me walk around. So that's kind of why I do it. Because we have a mall not that far from us where there's tons of them. So we can just walk right around that mall, and I can really get some exercise in that's not just doing my yoga stuff. And it's a different form of exercise. And it gives me the breaks I need to kind of stop, make sure everything's good, that my back's not starting to hurt, and just kind of acclimate. If you do Pokemon Go and you want to add me, just comment below, and I'll respond with my Pokemon number. So, that's what we did yesterday, though, is he came over to the house with his kids and was showing us his drone. I'm not sure that it was new. Excuse me. Every time that vent comes on, I am pretty sure we need to replace the filter. I need to check it today. Anyhow, so I did purchase something that I'm really excited about. Because my arms are super short, if any of you were like older, you may remember the presidential health competitions we used to have in school. Well, when I used to fold myself in half, try to touch my toes, I could never touch my toes. And I used to get knocked out of winning it every year because of that. So I never got the medal. It was very sad. Excuse me. And so one of the struggles I had with the standing workouts, the DDP yoga program, is that my arms are too short. So to be able to grab my leg and stretch or anything like that, I can't do it. So I bought a stretch strap. And this one is from a company called FitFlex. I did pay for this. I got no discounts. Excuse me. And it's actually really good quality. It's got some really nice hand bands. There's 2 of those. And then it's pretty good size. And it has these little holes all the way through that actually have elastic on the top. You just slide your foot in. And so I got these to help me so I can go a little bit further with my workout when I'm doing the standing workout, since I can't reach my foot. Even if I wasn't fat, I still wouldn't be able to reach my foot. So it's a thing. And I have it on my influencer page down below. And just as an FYI, yes, I do get some sort of credit on my Amazon account if you purchase through my link on the Amazon influencer page. It's not very much, but I am going to let you know that up front because not everybody's aware how those pages work. And a lot of stuff I've bought is on there. I don't have anything on there that I haven't actually purchased myself or don't know somebody directly who's purchased it and really liked it myself. So it's very much a things I buy, things I use kind of influencer page, or have used because I've had it for years. I didn't even have a YouTube channel. I just bought a lot of stuff from Amazon. And they were like, hey, you want an influencer page? I'm like, sure, but I'm not an influencer. So I have that below. And let's see. So what I really want to talk about today is I joined this group, or I was invited to a group that does a podcast. I'm not on the podcast in any way. It's just a podcast group, and they've asked certain people to kind of be in this group, kind of help with brainstorming, things like that. So if you're looking for the podcast, I don't know which outlets it's on. It's a rather new podcast. But I believe it's called, let me look it up real quick. I believe it's called the Transformation Roundtable. And everybody on it, I believe, uses the DDP Yoga app or discs or what have you, and or has. among other things, I'm sure, because none of us just do the program. A lot of us have eating different things and, other workouts they do. There's a big variety. And one of the things she was asking about today was weaknesses. Like, what is your biggest weakness with weight loss? And so I decided, it was a really good topic, and I was going to discuss my weakness today, because it's something that a lot of people who are overweight, especially if you're extremely overweight, deal with. And that is body dysmorphia. And for me, I've really struggled because I know the scale says I've lost almost 100 pounds. I doubt I've lost 100 pounds at this point, but I'm probably right about 90 pounds at this point. I was very close last week when I weighed in. And so for me, when I look at that, I think, okay, when I see pictures of what 1 pound of fat looks like, or when I buy groceries, when I bought the 80 pounds of groceries, I thought, I haven't lost that much. Like, when I look in the mirror, I see the same person. Now, if I look at a photo, I see a progression. But in real time, real life, looking in a mirror, looking on this camera, I see the person I was back in January at 458 pounds. I don't see a difference in my face. I still see this double chin. I feel like my face is really fat. Obviously, I'm still fat. Like, before anybody even says it, I know I'm still fat. I've still got another 100, 200 pounds to go. 200 pounds to go. So, I know that I'm still fat, but I don't see that 100-pound progression that everybody else seems to see but me, in day-to-day life. Yes, are there clothes that fit me that didn't fit me before? Yes. But in my head, my brain makes up excuses for that because for some reason my brain doesn't want to see the weight loss. And I've talked to my doctor about it, and my doctor's like, well, unfortunately, there's nothing we can give you to fix that. Your brain just has to catch up. And she said, be prepared. Sometimes your brain never does, and it may be something you always struggle with. But she said most people, as they lose more weight, it becomes more obvious. It does click. Or when you get to your final weight and you're there for a while, within 10 pounds either direction, then your brain starts getting used to that new body size, and then you can see the big difference. And it's not an overnight process if it happens. And so I've just kind of resigned myself to the scale is right, my brain is wrong. And that's kind of how I have to think about it, because body dysmorphia is not fun. There are days where I put on things and everybody else says it looks great, and I'm in tears because I look in the mirror and I see that same fat person that nothing looks good on, and I just put myself in this bad place because I don't see the weight loss. So I've really just come to rely between working with my doctor and my counselor, with relying on photos, because I do see it in photos, and relying on the scale. And so that is what I'm relying on for my updates to myself on my weight loss. It's a struggle. I'm not going to lie and say it's not. It is definitely a struggle because I want so badly to be able to look in the mirror and see that 100 pounds gone when I hit it. And I realistically know that's not going to happen. So the best I can do is take a photo, compare, and work from there. Like, I can't keep telling myself that my brain has anything right to say about that. And so I have to always be in constant one step ahead of my brain, thinking that I don't look like I've lost anything, and say I know that my brain and the mirror are not getting along right now, and just go from there. Obviously I am not close to where I'm needing to be. I've still got another 200 pounds to go, but I'm at least almost 100 pounds off. of my body, and that's super important to me. And so I am really relying on the scale and, making sure I eat right and that I work out right and all of that kind of stuff. Because, at the end of the day, I am losing the weight. It is coming off. But it is an everyday struggle. Now, one of the ideas someone in the group had was maybe changing the style of clothes I wear. I would love to do that, but I hate pants. I just really don't like pants. I am a dress and skirt girl, and I just cannot wrap my head around pants most days. Most days, the last thing I want to think about is putting on some pants. I would rather, walk around in a nightgown all day than pants any day of the week. And I think another struggle that I have with my body dysmorphia is the way that my body is losing weight. Because I know, like, when I step on the scale now, when I started, I would have to look over my belly to look at the scale and see what my weight was. Which is why I struggled getting videos at the beginning of my weigh-ins, because I couldn't even see, and it was just frustrating me. Now I can very easily look down and see the camera and make sure I'm doing it right, and I'm getting the video of my weigh-in, which is great. But it's like some of this fat, as my fat has kind of gone away down bottom, the fat from top has kind of moved down. So my hips, my waist hip area is not going down like I would want it to. Now, I didn't put on this fat all in one place all at once. I didn't pick where the fat went when I put it on. But one of my biggest problems I've had is, like, my dresses in the back are longer. I have to ask more often if my dress is down in the back, because I used to be able to have, this is going to sound horrible if you're never been really, 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 really fat, you probably never went through this, and great for you, because it's not fun. But I always have someone check the back of my skirt, because my butt was so big, my skirt wouldn't hit my legs. So now if I feel my skirt hit my legs and it's higher up, I'm like, oh, my skirt's too high. I did it yesterday. And my son's like, Mom, your skirt's down past your knees. My dress. And I was like, are you sure? Because I feel it hit the back of my thigh. And my husband and my son started cracking up. Because my butt's not as big as it was. So now my dresses are actually touching the back of my leg every once in a while when I walk. So it was kind of funny because, here I am thinking my dress is like halfway up my, under my bra or something. And it wasn't. It was just the way it happened to be hitting me because of the way my body is now. But at the same token, I had size 30 jeans that I got from my Dia box a while ago. And they were stretch jeans, which probably means I probably was supposed to be on 32. But I would put them on, they fit, and they looked okay. Well, now I've lost weight, and they don't fit me anymore. I don't even know what they are. Because last time I put them on, they were super baggy around the waist area. Well, I just bought those 2 pair of shorts from Torrid. Now, they're not really stretchy. But I figured they'd fit because my 30s are just too big for me, right? Well, I got them up. I got the top button. I got the button buttoned on one pair. The other pair, the button wouldn't button. The other pair, I got it buttoned, but it wouldn't zip because there was just too much fat in my lower abdomen. And so that was disheartening. But it was really hard for me to talk past my brain in that moment because I'm like, I've lost 100 pounds. Where did I lose it from? I got really frustrated and mad, like the scale is lying to me and all this other stuff that I know rationally isn't true. But in that moment of trying on those shorts, I was so upset because they didn't fit. And they're just one size lower. But then when I really sat down and was thinking about it, I'm like, well, the size 30 jeans were stretch jeans. The whole, all of the jean was stretchy. Even the waistband was stretchy. So everything was stretchy on those. And these are not. These are just straight jean shorts, and they're not stretchy. There's a little bit of stretch in the leg, but not significant. And the legs fit fine. The legs were no problem. So I've just kind of had to say, okay, listen, you've lost the weight, but some of your weight from up top has moved down below to the lower part of your abdomen. And the way your fat is falling, the way it's laying, it's just not letting you go down right now. So it's just a matter of losing some more of this belly fat or more booty fat or something to give the jeans a little bit more room to work with, the shorts. So I'm hoping that by the time we go to Florida in October, that either A, they fit, or B, they still fit. Because them being too tight is not going to be an option. They're going to either fit me perfectly or they're going to be too big by October. That's my goal right now. But yeah, so I'm going to try working on some stomach targeting. I'm going to keep using my lotion that I have that I use. Just see if that helps at all. And then one other quick side effect that I've noticed that I hadn't noticed before this. And I don't take any supplements that would affect this, to my knowledge, because I've been taking these supplements for a while, and this is a newer thing since like maybe the last couple months, is that my elbows used to be all cracked, and now they're super soft. There's no cracking on them anymore. It's like totally different elbows. So I don't know if that has to do with eating healthier, putting more oils into what I'm eating, or what have you, but that is an awesome side effect of weight loss that I've found. Because I used to get super dry elbows to the point where they were uncomfortable. I would roll around in bed at night and they'd like scratch on the bed because they were so dry. And it did not matter how much lotion I added. Did not matter. So I'm pretty excited about the healthy feeling elbows. Those are always good. But yeah, so if you're somebody that struggles with dysmorphia, just know that, you may never stop feeling that way. And it's okay. Just use other things to show you that you're succeeding, because it can be very paralyzing to be in that situation. And I know that firsthand. So don't let your brain not participating in your weight loss thwart your weight loss, because it's just so important if you're trying to lose weight that you find ways to work around. So I am going to try to take more photos so that I can have a better comparison photo to my original photo every week so that I can see my transformation better. And I know I have 200 more pounds to go, so it's going to be a while, but that's okay. Anything worth doing takes time, and the reality is I didn't put it on in a day, so it's not going to come off in a day. So it's just going to take time, and that's okay. So I will see you guys tomorrow for weigh-in day. And then tomorrow night, we will be going live because I have nothing that's taking up my day tomorrow night. I will be good to go live. And I'm super excited about that. So I will talk to you guys soon. I love y'all very much. You have a wonderful day. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.